I said, oh, he got money. He got money. He got money. Hello keepers, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. For those that are new here, I'm keeping up with Nat, also known as Natalie, and for all my returning keepers, thank you so much for stopping by again. If you haven't already, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss out on my next video. Y'all, if you guys are digging what you're seeing right now, if you guys are feeling this makeup look, oh, the lippy is even speaking to me. If you are feeling this whole makeup look and you also want some gist and some like tea on my whole engagement, keep on watching and I'll meet you guys in the next clip. So before we get into the chit chat, we're gonna start off with skincare. I find that prior to makeup, I wasn't really focusing heavily on skincare when I was doing my makeup. To me, I was just like, I'm doing my makeup, there's no point of putting on any type of skincare. No, that's where I went wrong. That's where I wasn't really loving my makeup because I wasn't prioritizing my skin underneath my makeup. So before we start anything, I've washed my face. I oil cleanse with my Centella oil cleanser. After that, I go in with my Centella Poremizing toner that helps minimize pores. After that, I go in with my Centella serum, but I go in with my serum, and this serum helps with tightening pores and minimizing pores. So I go in with my whole Centella family when it comes to cleanser, toner, and serum. After that, I let my face kind of sit and dry for a bit, and then now we're gonna go in with moisturizer. Now this is a new pickup. I want to say I picked this up maybe like 2-3 months ago, and this is the Tatcha lightweight hydrating dewy milk moisturizer. I'm going to moisturize my face. After that, I still go in with my Black Girl sunscreen SPF. This is in 45, and this is the matte version. They have like the original one that kind of leaves more of a glowy finish, but because I'm already going in with like a glowy moisturizer, I want to keep it matte with my SPF. So now that we went in with our skincare, you want to let it dry for about 2 to 3 minutes before you start going in with makeup. Now after this, I'm going to go in with my primer, and the primer that I'm going to use today, this is kind of a new pickup. The primer I'm going to use is the Fenty Beauty gripping primer. This is their niacinamide mattifying blurring powder. Wow, blurring primer, and I've honestly been loving it. I think it really does blur, and it gives me an amazing matte finish. Results, you guys can see the real results. So let's get into the chit chat, shall we? Because it's not only makeup. So a lot of people, let's even just start from the beginning, to be very honest, you guys. How we met. A lot of people have been asking how we met. A good chunk would know how we met if you guys know the both of us, but a good chunk of people don't really know how we met. So I've known my fiance now. I've known my fiance now for over a decade. Now we would get invited to minister at places, and we used to roll with a band, but life happens. We couldn't end up maintaining an official band for Higher Faith. However, whenever we would go and minister at places, we're associated with band members. We're associated with people who are musicians and who play for us. So this is where my fiance comes into play. Now I met him through Andrew, obviously. He was friends with Andrew, but he was friends with all of us, right? So back then, like, I'm in relationships. I'm not this. I want to even say, let's bring it all the way back to like, I don't know, maybe 09. I could be wrong. Maybe 09, 08, like 2010, 2011, 2012. Like, let's go into those years, right? The early, I think. kind of brushing out my brows, and I'm using my Brow Benefit Precise Pencil. I believe this is the shade. I think I'll just leave it on the screen. So this is what I'm using. But yeah, so anytime we would minister, my fiance and some of his friends who were well known, are still well known, they have a band called Fusion. They would play for us here and there, not every time, or maybe we're all at the same events and they're there playing for somebody else, right? So growing up, we grew up in the church. We both grew up in the church. We both grew up in the Ghanaian gospel community. So we would both always see each other, and it was cool. It's vibes. We're friends. We can kiki kaka, and that was that. I'm gonna fast forward to when we started, you know, when things have picked up a little bit. Let's fast forward now, y'all, to the pandemic. Okay, you guys, this is gonna be hard. I'm not gonna hold you doing my brows while talking. I just need to concentrate. So let's zoom past this part. The pandemic, you guys, were all home. Everybody has so much time on their hands. And that's when I pretty much launched or started like YouTube. That's when I pretty much like started dropping a lot of videos on Instagram and doing reels and transition. That was the beginning. Honestly, the pandemic was a blessing and a curse because I know how it affected a lot of people. And it also, for me, it also kickstarted this content creation journey for me. Like, I am so grateful for it. I love doing it, and I didn't realize how much I love doing it. So that pretty much kickstarted my content creation, and I started posting a lot on Instagram. I wasn't that type of gal to post so much on Instagram, but hey, it brewed this new thing out of me, and that's when I started posting on Instagram. I want to say, from me posting so consistently on Instagram, Mr. Man over here kind of noticed me in a different way. I don't even want to say in a different way, because even when we were just really good friends, like, he would always used to comment on how beautiful I am and how pretty I am. And I'm just like, you're such a sweetheart. You're so cute. But once again, I was in a relationship. I still had a man at that time. So like, it was just a friend just complimenting me, right? Hey, come to find out, somebody had his eye on me, okay? Somebody had his eye on me. But so yeah, let's say from me posting so consistently on social media, somebody also felt consistent enough to message me here and there. And we were in lockdown, so it's not like we could go out to restaurants or anything, but like we would link up at like a local park, or we would link up by, he would take me to this like this waterfront near like Lakeshore. I forgot the area, but it was near Lakeshore, and like we would take long walks, and like because it was the pandemic, we had nothing else to do. That's the only thing that we could have done, right? Just chill in the car or chill outside and go on walks. And it was just, I love that. I've never been with a guy that ever took me out or did anything like that. So to me, that was different for me. Apparently that was basic. But for me, I was used to dealing with like hey, I was kind of crap. I was dealing with gangsters. Like, I know my church folks are gonna be watching this, but like, that's why I'm a changed woman. I'm delivered, okay? But I had a past, and my history, my exes were gangsters. Were like, this was so like soft for me. This was so like sweet, and I'm just like, ooh, I like you. I like this. So that's how it pretty much started, right? We talked a little bit more. We met up frequently, and you know, he kind of was like, I don't want to say all his business around here, but like, he was just trying to say, like, I've been having my eye on you, but I know you weren't in the space, or you weren't ready, or I knew you were in a relationship. So like, obviously I'm going to be respectful, and this, that, and the third. Okay. All right. So now we've gone to the point where, you know, we both kind of see each other in a different light now. And Fast forward, so I want to say 2020 is when we started like texting a lot. We started communicating a lot. It was 2021 where like the dates, and now we were off lockdown, so like we can kind of go to like certain restaurants if you're vaccinated, and this that and the third. And 2021 is when my group Higher Faith, we decided to release a single. So knowing how talented my fiance is, he's also a producer. So we reached out to him to help us produce our first single. This was a big deal for my group, Higher Faith. This was our first single. This was a really big deal, and it was something we've been wanting to do even prior to the lockdown. I feel like when the pandemic came, it kind of changed things. It kind of delayed things for us because we were talking about this prior to the pandemic, right? And then we got into lockdown. We couldn't go to the studio. So now we had the opportunity to do that. We met up with him and his partner, Josh, that produced our single, and we met with them. We had a meeting, and now it was pretty much time and ready to go to record. So for Higher Faith, I was the accountant. I dealt with the money. I dealt with the finances. I dealt with making any payments. So we were communicating a lot because of that, because we had to pay them, right? And because we were already communicating a lot from us recording our single, we had to and that it just made us talk more. We went out more, and I'm just like, oh, this guy's trying to make me fall. He's trying to make me fall. But like I want to say 2020, I had ended a relationship, and it was a really bad relationship, and I had ended that. So with him kind of stepping in that same year, I'm just like, listen, I know where this is going, and I know, like, I feel it. And at this point, he has already expressed to me that, yeah, basically he's feeling me. I was a little bit hesitant because I had ended a really tough, traumatic relationship. Like, I just went through the worst that I could ever go through in that relationship. For me to just come back into another relationship or like even entertain another guy, my head was not there. I'm gonna be honest. He's gonna hate that I'm saying this, but like, I just wasn't there. But like, it was also the pandemic, and like, I just felt really lonely. So I also didn't want the communication to end just because I'm saying I'm not ready for a relationship. And he respected that. Like, before, I'd be so hesitant to say that to a guy because then they'll just get mad and it's just like war, it's beef. And I'm like, I don't want to beef with you, but I'm also not ready. Like, mentally, emotionally, I'm not ready to hop into another relationship. And he was okay because he wasn't ready either, but he's seen something there, and he doesn't want it. Like, we also didn't want to ignore what potentially could blossom into this, pretty much, right? Because imagine if we both said, yeah, right, nah, it's okay. We both got out of relationships. We ain't gonna do this. Like, it's okay, but we're not gonna do this. Imagine, like, I still probably would have been single because I was traumatized. So yeah, let's fast forward now. We are recording our single. We release it. It's an amazing single. If you haven't already, please go ahead and check it out. It's on Apple Music. It's on all digital platforms. It's called More Than Enough. It was a hit. It was a hit. It was beautifully produced. Everything went well. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm going to spray my brush before I blend out my concealer with the Urban Decay All Nighter natural finishing makeup spray. This is up to 24 hours of waterproof, transfer resistant, and hydration all day. I actually got sent this in PR, and I love it. I love it. They sent me 3 different setting sprays, and I love it. But yeah, so it was a hit, pretty much. Everything went well. If you guys see that I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I just need to make sure that I'm spot concealing correctly. And just look at the finish. Look how well this covered up the dark spots that I had on my face. But yeah, it was a hit. Everything went well, and pretty much this kickstarted our courting phase, okay? We were courting, we were dating, we were getting to know each other, we were going out on dates a lot. Let's fast forward to 2022. Everything is good. At this point, I'm just kind of waiting. Like, he's made me fall. I was hesitant at first for quite some time. And now it's gone to a point where like he's made me fall, and I'm like, okay, when are you gonna make it official now? Like, hello. I'm ready. I think I'm ready now emotionally to be in a relationship. I've fallen for this guy. He's like the sweetest guy ever. He's so intentional. He's so thoughtful. He just made me feel so at ease all the time. Like, I felt calm. I never felt like I was on edge. I never felt like I was walking on eggshells. And I kind of compared it to all my past relationships. You guys excuse my voice because I'm still a little sick. But I kind of found myself comparing how he treats me with all my past relationships, and I realized like I'm just the problem. Like, I went for guys that are just so mean. Like, why did I like a mean guy like that? Like, that's the problem with me. I wanted hardcore, rough gangster, so mean, not romantic, not thoughtful, and like, I'm just like, oh my God, this is how it feels to be in a healthy relationship. Well, we weren't even official at that point. In 2022, we weren't official at that point. But like, I was just like, damn, this is how it feels. Like, why didn't I go over this a long time ago? Like, that's the problem. That's the problem. When you live in the hood so much, all you see is hood niggas, and that's all you want. I don't want it, okay? So, let's fast forward now. 2022 was just literally a year of courting. He courted me pretty much for a whole year. And I didn't make it evident to him, but like, whenever I'd had talks with my girlfriends, they're just like, Alan, just wait. Like, you don't know. Like, just wait. Like, da-da-da-da-da. And this, that. I'm just like, how long does it take you to make it official with somebody? So like, now I'm out here like questioning myself. Like, is it me? Am I the problem? Am I the problem? Like, is it me that he doesn't want? Like, why? Right? And I'm just like, oh gosh. But I waited, okay? Pause. I'm going to underpaint. Underpainting has been the way to go for me. It's been helping with how flawless and how long my makeup lasts. It also helps me control how much product I use. So I'm going to go in with my NARS Laguna 05 bronzer. Cream bronzer, and bronze the areas of my face that I want to bring in some warmth. So moving forward, so 2021, we're in 2022. Things are really looking good. Really looking good, bro. Okay. September of 2022 is when he finally made it official and asked me to be his girlfriend. He bought some flowers, some balloons, and it was like a dessert thing, and it was just like, will you be my girlfriend? I'm just like, yeah, it's about time. It's about time. And I'm just like, yeah, it was just the cutest way, because once again, I'm comparing it to all my past relationship. No guy has really formally asked me to be his girl the way he did. I'm just like, oh my gosh. This is like a form of soft life for me at this point, because I've never experienced a love like this. Oh my gosh. Apart from the love from God. Oh, hello. I have. But from human, I've never experienced a love like this. I'm just like, yeah. I can get used to this type of treatment, okay? I can get used to this. So officially, we became a boyfriend and girlfriend September 6th. 2022. That's when we made it official and asked me to be his girl, and that's been the start of our relationship. So that's pretty much the gist of like how we met. Like, we've always known each other just because of the Ghanaian gospel community that we're in. He played for us sometimes. He was good peeps. Really good peeps. And then come 2022, he made it official, and it was just so cute. It was like the cutest moment for me. All right, you guys, my palette is kind of dirty, but now I'm going to place all my concealers where I want to, and I'm going in with Mocha in the Born This Way Too Faced concealer, and I'm going to put that on my chin, the bridge of my nose, under my nose, and on the other side, and kind of bring it out here. And then my forehead. and I kind of bring it down my nose like this. So this is my concealer placement. I'm gonna let that sit, and we're gonna go in with blush. For blush, my favorite blush is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Blush in the shade Golden Hour. This is like the perfect shade for every day. I take this with me everywhere, like literally, and I love it. And I place it right at the end of where I placed my concealer, at the top of my cheekbone. And I kind of like bring it in to the corner of my eyes here. I like to bring it under my eyes. So I like to have my concealer sit a little bit just so I can get the maximum and fullest coverage that I can get. And then I'll go in and start blending it. But before I blend, I will go in and spray my face always. Like, I think the key is you don't use setting spray just at the last point of your makeup stage. Like, you gotta use it in between. Now, I don't know if you guys are a sponge girl, like a beauty blender girl, or a brush girl, but like I used to be a beauty blender girl, like tried and true. I was beauty blender. I still am for certain things, but a lot of the times I find myself picking up a brush to blend out my concealer. So we're gonna spray our face. Sometimes these are the two foundations that I pick up. One is not really foundation. The first one being the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm in the shade 9.5. This is like my perfect match. Or if I want to use foundation, I use my Lancome Tint Idol in the shade, what shade am I? I think it's 575, if I can find it. I can't find the number. Sorry, it's 540 Cool. So I would go in with either or. For the purpose of today's video, I'm going to go in with my skin tint. I like to use this for more everyday. Even when I'm going to church, I like to use this because it's more of a skin tint. It's not like a full-blown foundation. And why I like doing underpainting, because after you do all of this, you don't need to be so heavy-handed with your foundation. You just kind of go in the areas that you didn't place any concealer, and you didn't place any bronzer, and you didn't place any blush. So I go around like the corners of my mouth again. I go under where I put my bronzer. I go a little bit on top of where my concealer starts on my forehead. And like down my chin here. You want to make sure that your chin matches in your neck. So I want to say we were together in 2022, 2023. I want to say between 2023 and 2024, that's when we started talking about it. And, you know, at that point, we both met each other's families. We both met each other's siblings. Like, we both got acquainted with each other's families, right? My mom, obsessed. When I tell you guys, my mom is obsessed with Bae. Like, she loves it. Like, she thinks that's her man. And I said, hold on. You had your time. You had your time with my father. Let me enjoy my boo, okay? My mom loves Vince so much. I don't know what charming Vince did to my mom, but it's giving that. Like, she loves him so much. So come like ending 2024, going into 2023, going into 2025, even my fiance's parents were just like, listen, you're getting at that age. I think it's time you do something, right? And his parents talked to both of us and was just like, is marriage something you guys see in your future? And we're like, absolutely. Then you guys need to start preparing. Like, let's sit down, let's talk, let's see how we can help you guys. Let's meet the family. And I'm just like, yeah. I love his family because they were on it. They're just like, yeah, we love you and we think you're amazing for our son. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. So that's how the talk started coming. Our parents were just like, what are we waiting for type of thing? And I'm just like, we're waiting for more money. Okay. Can we sit down and plan this wedding? Like, can we just like wait a little bit? So prior to me even getting the ring, you guys, in our culture, like, we already talk about this. In our culture, we already know what we're going to do. In our culture, we kind of plan ahead, right? It's more of he needs to go sit with my dad and talk to my dad and kind of introduce himself, which we did that prior. It was just me, him, and my dad. My dad came over to my house and they sat down. This was like summer of 2025. They sat down And that was the first time I actually even ever introduced a man to my dad. Like, but formally doing a formal introduction with both my parents, Vince was the first guy I have ever done that with, especially with my dad, because you guys already know dads with their daughters, they don't play. And like, I'm my dad's only daughter. He has other sons, and I'm his oldest, and I'm his only daughter. So I told myself I will never bring a guy to my dad unless I know this is the guy that I want to marry. And that time was now. So he came over. He even said it. He's just like, oh, my Ghanaian name is Mama Sewa. And he's just like, when you say like, I'm going to speak in Tree and I'll translate in English. Like, it sounds better in Tree. Like, when you say like, oh, Mama Sewa, woya, meba penny. I don't know how to say this part in Tree, but like, she's my only daughter. And we cry the first time, what de bema, eba fi. Like, you know, like, he was even like shook it. So he knew like, yeah, this is real. Like, my daughter loves this guy, and because she's never introduced any guy to him, right? So it just felt good. Like, it just felt good. And I see why parents like really encourage us to like, yebibia the correct way. Like, do it to give God glory, do it to give your parents glory. And just to see the joy on my dad's face talking to him, really, like, it melted my heart. Like, I wanted to like run off and go cry, because it was just such a beautiful interaction to see. And I'm just like, wow, I feel like I've made my dad the proudest, right? Sorry, pause. I hate that I have to pause in such a beautiful story, but I'm going in for a brighter under eye, just a tad bit, with my Hourglass concealer in the shade Flax. I love this concealer. This is where I like to use my beauty blender to kind of just focus in that area. And I like to use a sponge because I actually want to take off some product. I don't want everything to be on my face. So that was like the summer. Once he pretty much meets my dad and kind of like asks my dad for my hand in marriage, it's go time. It's green light. Like, you can do what you want to do in a sense where like, yeah, nigga, you can propose, we can get engaged type of thing. So it was really only a matter of time. And we kind of set ourselves a year that, you know, we would typically love to get married on. And we kind of set that date for ourselves. So it's like, we always knew we were going to get married. We always knew when we wanted to get married. It was just, for me, what the surprise element, like being Ghanaian and planning a wedding, like, you don't really have a surprise element. The only surprise element that you'll pretty much have is like you finally getting the ring. Because if you're smart, you would kind of tell your man what type of ring you want, which is what I did. Like, absolutely, I told him what I want. We even went ring shopping because I want to make sure that this is a big investment, right? And I want to make sure that whatever ring he invests with or he invests on is a ring that I actually like to look at. I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, yeah, this ring suits my hand. This ring matches my vibe. Like, everything about this ring is like, wow. And like, yeah, he booked an appointment for us to go ring shopping because he wants to make sure that the ring that I even claim that I like is even something that would look good on my hand. Because truth be told, I've never tried on the ring that I would send him, or like images or pictures that I would send him. I'm just like, I just like this type of ring. He's like, have you ever wore a ring like that? I'm like, no. It's like, all right, Len, you don't know if you really like it or not until you try it. So like, let's go ring shopping just so you know, like, it's square that you want, or it's a diamond cut, a princess cut, or pear, or oval. You don't know. One of pear looks better on your hand. I'm just like, okay, like, I see where you're going. I see where you're going with this. Just not too much on me, okay? Because he's like kind of schooling me. When the proposal came, you guys, it's like, you know it's going to happen. You don't know how he's going to do it. You don't know where he's going to do it. You don't know who's going to be there. One thing about me, we're kind of opposite. Like, he's really calm, cool. I'm the loud one. And everybody knows an amazing couple has that one crazy girlfriend and that one calm, cool, collective guy. That's what we are. I'm more on the louder side in our relationship, and he's more like, all right, he'd rather be in the outskirts. He'd rather be behind the camera. But it's weird because he's low-key an influencer in his own way because he's a musician. I'm like, you play with big artists, babe. You play with you go on tour with people like listen, you not no quiet guy. He's just like, yeah, but like that's your thing. Like let me watch you do your thing. And I love it. I love it. I'm gonna go in with my puff and we're going to set my under eye. Okay, y'all, so let's get into the proposal now. Okay, I'm rambling too much. I want us to really get into the proposal. So if you guys are following me on TikTok, which you really should be, I had posted a TikTok of all my failed get ready with me where I was thinking, like where I thought I was getting proposed and it didn't happen. So I'm really thinking the last weekend of August. It was a long weekend. It was the perfect weekend to propose, but I really fooled myself, okay? Joke's really on me because that weekend was pretty busy for him. Esther Smith was in town that weekend and they had 2 shows for her. One in Toronto and then Montreal. Now, one of the days, the Toronto shows, I really thought that day was going to be my proposal because I felt like everybody was acting weird, but like, no, I was just acting weird. I'm going to bake now with my One Size setting powder in the shade Ultra Pink. But jokes on me, I did not get proposed to that weekend. It was even too busy. That weekend, I also had a wedding on the Sunday while he went to Montreal to play for Esther Smith. And I don't know, I just thought everything made sense. Like I had my makeup done already. I had my hair done. I really thought that it was going to be that weekend. That didn't happen. The following weekend, September 6th, that was a Saturday. That was our anniversary. And I'm just like, this guy's probably going to do it this weekend. Because on our anniversary, I barely heard from him. And we had a massage booked together. But I didn't really hear from him. So I'm like, oh, this guy's probably planning something. I'm here ready to record so I can get my reaction. Keepers. It didn't happen. We went to the spa. But it didn't happen. We went out to dinner after, and it wasn't the day. I'm just like, all right, this guy I just know he wants to surprise me so bad because I've always expressed to him that like, you know, you can't surprise me. Whenever you decide to propose, I'm gonna find out because nobody ever surprises me. He's like, all right, you wait and see. This is a new pickup. This is the MAC Matte Richer Golden Skin Finish Bronzer. Let me open it for you guys. It's just the perfect bronzer. It's brand new for me. I love it though. I was using the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder, but I've been really loving this finish. Like, it's like the perfect finish. So he's just like, all right, you wait and see. Like, his goal was to really surprise me. Because I told him that, I'm just like, nobody ever surprises me. I end up finding out. He was just like, we're gonna see about that. So, that September 6th weekend where I kind of like, all right, at this point, I give up. Like, I don't know when it's going to happen. And I think I'm bothering everybody because I kept bothering my best friend. I kept bothering everybody around me to see, like, if somebody will slip and tell me when this proposal is. And everyone's just like, Madeline, you're being annoying. Just leave us alone. I said, surround these grumpy people. We're literally at the end of September. This is me kind of doing, like, process of elimination, okay? Because I know, like, I would be so not upset, but like I wouldn't want him to propose to me in December. I wouldn't want him to propose to me in November. But I also just knew like he wasn't gonna do it on my birthday because I've always expressed, let my birthday be my birthday. Do not think or do not try to do something on my birthday. Like, can I just experience my birthday to experience my birthday? So I had really expressed to him that he better not think of proposing on my birthday. So because of that, I also kind of felt like he wasn't going to do anything in October at all. Because 1, that's my birthday month. 2, we're both busy that month. He's in a wedding. Every weekend in October, I had a wedding. Except for the first weekend of October, which was October 4th. And the weekend before my birthday. My birthday is on October 31st. That weekend was, I think, October 25th. So those were the only 2 weekends that I had off. And I'm just like, if he does propose in October, it's going to be out of one of those weekends. And I just knew in my heart it was not gonna be the weekend before my birthday either, because he wanted some space. I just know him. Like, I know him from the back of my head now. I know he wants some space between my birthday and my proposal, and I knew he wasn't gonna do it that close together. So in my head, which I didn't confide in anybody, which I didn't tell anybody, I had a feeling it was going to be October 4th. But I said I wasn't going to tell anybody. I wasn't going to ask anybody. I'll just let everything play out the way it played out. So this is the last weekend of September, me kind of thinking this to myself. Me doing process of elimination, okay? So I think that last week of September, the makeup artist that did my makeup for my proposal, her name is Emma Jo. She works out of Keisha's salon, and she had reached out to me that she wanted to shoot content. Like, she's away, but when she comes back, she wants to shoot content. And she asked me if I'm available October 4th. At that moment, I forgot my process of elimination. I didn't like put two and two together. Emma reaching out to do content is not out of the norm. Like, that's normal. And her wanting to work with me is also not out of the norm. I live really close to the salon. I do content. We both benefit from it, right? So I'm just like, yeah, like, of course. But I didn't have a hair appointment. Then she came back and said, oh, I have a professional photographer, so they're gonna take pictures of you after. I'm just like, whoa, professional photographer, that means like, okay, I need a hair appointment, because I didn't have a hair appointment with Keisha just until for my birthday, which is at the ending of the month. So I'm just like, Keisha needs a proper wig for me or something, because like I don't have no appointment. But Keisha was away that time, right? So I had messaged her. I don't like messaging her when she's like on vacation. But she was in LA, and I messaged her. I'm like, you can respond when you come back, but like, please, if you have any space October 3rd to fit me in, or even October 2nd, Emma wants to shoot makeup with me, and I need a hair appointment. Like, she has a makeup artist, and da-da-da-da. My hair looks like a mess. I think I even had my real hair out, or I was like using like an old wig. So yeah, so fast forward comes October 3rd. I get my hair done. Everything is cool. Everything is fine. October 4th, Emma tells me to come to do my makeup so we can shoot the content around like 2-3 o'clock. And I said, cool. So I said, you know what? I'm free that morning. Let me go get my feet done. I had posted that I went to go get my feet done, and I captioned it me time. And apparently everybody thought I knew at that point. So this is the day of the proposal, you guys. Apparently everybody thought I knew at that point. I'm just like, I can't get my feet done. But this is after I debrief with everybody. I'm just like, hey, I can't get my feet done. Like, I actually had no clue, right? Fine. Y'all, you know what blew the cover? You know what blew the cover? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be really honest, because people are just like, how you didn't know? I kind of suspected something. While I was doing my makeup, my uncle had called me. This is an uncle, one of my dad's brothers. I haven't heard from him in so long, and he had called me. But this was while I was recording on my phone and getting my makeup done, so I didn't pick up. I forgot to call him back. When I was on my way home, I don't know if every iPhone does that, but when somebody leaves a voicemail, you can kind of go to the voicemail section and read what it says. And I was reading it, and it said, oh, mama, hi, I'm calling you to find out, your dad told me something is happening today. I'm trying to find out the address, and also send me your e-transfer. I want to send you some money. And I'm like, e-transfer? Something is happening. My dad, address. I'm just like, what the hell? So at that moment, that's when I remember, hey, process of elimination, Nadeline. Your hair is done. Your makeup is done. Your uncle is calling you. This is the weekend that you felt like it's going to happen. I'm just like, But Vince is texting me like everything is okay. So I'm just like, what's going on? Right? So I pull up to my house, and I'm actually like looking for his car, not knowing Sandra's car is at my house and Nikisha's car is at my house. But I didn't take it in. I was just so focused on looking for Vince's car. So I'm like, if it's really happening, this guy, who's going to get me there? Who's going to pick me up? Like, this guy has to be there, right? But I can't find his car. And I'm just like, okay, like, maybe it's really something different. And like, that's why my uncle is calling me. And it's not really what I'm thinking it is. So I'm even here parked in my car, just on my phone, taking videos. I'm just like, wow, I'm really not going anywhere. I'm trying to see what the motive is. I'm trying to see where all my friends are, you know? I'm just on TikTok, literally parked in my car. Like, one thing, when I get home and I park, I don't get out of my car right away. I kind of like sit down a little bit. I'm just exhausted from driving, and I kind of just like see what's on my phone. So I park, you guys, and I'm just on my phone, and I finally go up. Not knowing, Sandra has been waiting at my house during my makeup appointment, waiting for me to come up to surprise me. And I see Sandra hiding behind my door, and she's just like, surprise, it's time, it's happening. And I'm just like, I knew it, okay? But how she surprised me waiting in my bedroom with my dress laid out. I had ordered a dress. I ordered it to her straight, directly. And I'm like, if I ever get proposed to, Sandra, this is the dress I want to wear. I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know how you guys are going to get me in it. But just make sure I'm in this dress. Because one, red is his favorite color on me. Red is just my color. And he loves red on me. And it was the perfect dress. I actually ordered the dress off of AliExpress. I'll leave the link down below. Because the quality of the dress for the price that I paid, so tea. And it was just such a beautiful dress with my hair, that curly bob, like with the flips. It was just the perfect hairstyle for the dress. My makeup was eating, like everything was just that good. But the fact that my best friend was at my house waiting for me to surprise me, to tell me that the day has finally come where I'm gonna get engaged, was like, I think that was the best way. That was the perfect way to kind of surprise me and get me there, because I was looking for his car. I was not expecting to see my best friend at my house. So like, I started crying. Like, I literally, tears were coming down my face. Not coming down, like, it wanted to come on my eyes. And she's like, no, your makeup, don't cry, don't cry. So like, I'm like this. I'm just like, oh my God, it's time. And then Nikisha came up. She was waiting in the car because her too. She just knows that I'm so particular with my look, and especially with my hair. And like, she just wanted to make sure, because I did my hair the night before and I had to sleep in rollers. It was like the most uncomfortable sleep ever. But she's like, make sure you sleep in the rollers, not knowing she's telling me to make sure because it's a big special day. And I'm like, it's just a photo shoot, who cares, like, you know? And she's just like, make sure you sleep in the rollers, don't take it out, da 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 da. And it was just like perfect, because she came back to my house. It was after her Sabbath, thank God, because she doesn't work on Saturdays. It was after her Sabbath. She touched me up, made sure everything was like, I just have the best friends in the world. It's like, literally, I have the best friends in the world. And like, it was so perfect. I was so happy. And they got me there. And now I just don't know where Sandra's driving me to. And like, Sandra is the worst with directions. So she's like, oh my God. I'm like, where are we going? And she's like, no, I don't want to show you the address. And you know. And I'm just like, it's an address. How will I know where I'm going if I see an address? She's like, no, you'll know. But she's taking us through some Tokrom, some Lungu back roads. I'm just like, just tell me what city we're going to. Is it in Toronto? She's like, no, we're going to Vaughan. I'm like, and it's making you take this way? Like, give me the damn maps. And I'm just like, no, let's go up this way. I'm using my NARS Exhibit A blush now that I've set my face. So finally, we get to the destination and we pull up. And I'm like, no way. This guy is proposing to me at potentially the place that we want to do our wedding reception at. I couldn't believe it. And I said, oh, he got money. He got money. He got money because he's doing the proposal at a banquet hall. Granted, I didn't know that there's different like sizes to this banquet hall. But like, I was just stunned, okay? I was like stunned. I couldn't believe it. Like, oh, my man got money. Okay, he got money. So when we pulled in, I'm just like, oh my God. Now I'm freaking out because I'm like, I know he's waiting for me there. I don't know who else is there. I didn't see anybody else. But as soon as we pulled up to the door, I'm hearing music. And you guys, the music alone, like, at that point, I was just overwhelmed with emotions because I'm like, I can't believe this day is finally here. Like, as much as I was being annoying to everybody, I was trying to figure out when it's going to happen. Like, it's finally happening. And like, now I'm like so overwhelmed with like love, so overwhelmed with joy. And as soon as I heard All My Life play by Casey and JoJo, me go fam. I'm like, bruh, the song, I was bawling. Like, it took me forever to open the door and walk through those doors. I couldn't see anybody. I didn't realize that like I was looking at people on the side, like his parents, my parents, his siblings, my siblings were there. My bridesmaids were there, and I'm just like, oh my god, all I seen was him and the decorations and him standing in front of there waiting to hold my hand. That's all I remember seeing. I didn't remember seeing anybody else, and I was bawling, and I'm like, this is so perfect. Like, this is exactly how I would want to get engaged. And he did it. Like, he did everything. Come to find out how particular he was to the planning. Like, my man don't play about me. Don't play about me. That's pretty much how he got me there. That's how everything kind of played out. It's the prettiest ring. I love it so much. Like, there's even diamonds across the ring, across the band. Ignore my dry hands. Like, I can't believe I'm a fiance, y'all. Like, I'm really engaged. Keepers, this is like, we're pretty much done with our makeup. Like, this is how my makeup is looking. This has been my updated everyday makeup routine. I have used some new products, not too many new products, but this is what it's giving. This is how I look. How do you guys like the tutorial versus the chit chat? It was hard. I don't know how people do this on a regular, like, do chit chat and gist while doing the makeup and trying to explain what I'm doing. Like, this be hard, but I did the best that I can. And it's been a while since I did like a beauty type of video and kind of like sat down and debriefed you. And I felt like in the vlog, because I wasn't vlogging the proposal like that, like, you guys really didn't get to see like all the behind the scenes. So like, it was just a beautiful thing to witness. And like, my fiance made me the happiest girl in the world. I truly love him. I know he's gonna watch this video. So babe, if you're watching, I truly, truly love you. And I thank you so much for honoring me the way you did at our engagement. And I just pray that whatever money that you spent, I pray that God will replenish your pockets in tenfold, because when you bless, I'm blessed, okay? When your pockets is blessed, I'm blessed too. So I just pray that God will replenish your pockets and continue to give you the wisdom, the strength, and everything that you need in this journey that we're about to embark on. I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with you and say I do at the altar. So keepers, this is the end of the video. It's already been too long, but if you enjoyed this makeup tutorial that I gave y'all while we kind of gisted, I'm gonna leave everything that I used down below in the description box. Go ahead and check them out. And if you have any other questions, feel free to send me a message, leave a comment in the comment section, and follow me on all my other social media platforms, because I'm really, really active on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and even on Twitter. So all my socials will be down below in the description box. Don't be a stranger. I really want to talk to you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on my next video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, keepers.